back in one of the most magical places in the world. Every once in a while, some pilot has a little, accident or mistake out here.
We had landed and we're rolling out and did what's called a ground loop. Took the wing and then the elevator. Luckily for us, the motor didn't get hit.
Anytime you transport an airplane, obviously gotta pull the wings off. So pop both wings off. They're gonna stack the wings on top of one Ranger, and then we're going to tow the airplane behind the other one with this little basket. Basically like a luggage rack that goes in the trailer hitch. Are you rolling? Should we just do the intro right here, right now?
Let's do it.
It was a hell of an intro to an intro. My friends, we're back in one of the most magical places in the world. This place is insane. This is Fremont Island. I used to own this island, as many of you know. We've had a lot of adventures out here. We've had a lot of good and a lot of bad and a lot of in between. And a few years ago, we sold the island and it was donated back to the state. So now it's just basically public land. And it's used as a landing strip for little bush planes and backcountry pilots. Well, every once in a while, some pilot has a little, accident or mistake out here, and the planes get stuck out here. So we got a call the other day about a fellow pilot who is flying a tailwheel Cessna. And tailwheel, for those of you who aren't familiar, it has the big wheels in the front and then one tiny little wheel in the back, and they're a little more difficult to fly. And when you fly them, there's a risk of what's called a ground loop. Basically, it's when you hit the ground and you're not in full control and the airplane will just spin around. Sometimes they can tip over. This guy ground looped, wiped out one of his wings. The airplane's still intact, he didn't get hurt, but it's stuck out on the island. And the only way to get it out here, or to get it back over here, is to either fly it via helicopter, which doesn't make a ton of sense because you can't fly over populated areas, so they can only fly it to where we're at right now, which we're on a causeway that goes out to the other bigger island here. And the other option is to call us, because we've done this before. Believe it or not, I've recovered 2 airplanes off this island over the past few years, and this is gonna be number 3. So we are headed out, and as many of you know, we have about a 7-mile trip across a very precarious sandbar, which is notorious for sucking the life out of everything, including many vehicles. I've had so many vehicles stuck here, I've lost count. So we got 2 Polaris Rangers. We've got special wide tires on them. They're flotation tires that allow us to have lower ground pressure. We got permits from the state of Utah. In fact, the state of Utah, we have a great relationship with them on this property. Anytime something happens out there, they call us because they know we know the terrain better than anybody. So this is gonna be one hell of a ride, guys. It's been a while since I've been out here. I've not been out here this year, and this last winter was really heavy, which means we have a ton of water, and the lake levels are higher than they normally are, which means the groundwater is higher, which means I don't know what the conditions are. So unfortunately, the plane crashed on the far side of the island. So after the 7-mile sandbar, we've got about 5 miles of island that we have to traverse to be able to get to the plane, take the wings off. We're gonna meet the owner out there. He flew his other plane out, and get that thing back before dark. Buckle up, because it's always a good time on the island. The most difficult part of this whole journey is right here, right where the causeway meets the lake bed, because that's where all like the stuff washes up and it's really soft. So it's mostly just like dead flies and insects and brine and all kinds of stuff right here. It's the moment of truth, where we find out just how today's gonna go. I think I'm just gonna kind of baby it out here and see how squishy it is. Good, that feels good. It's definitely soft, and I'm glad that we swapped over to these wide tires. So we are officially on the lake bed, and now you're about to enjoy some of the most epic B-roll drone shots you've ever seen in your entire life, because no pressure, got pilot thing back there. Sorry about your luck, man.
Well,
could have been way worse.
It happens. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you teach.
Yeah. Oh, were you teaching?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
gotcha.
So I teach tail wheel and backcountry flying with Scudder Solutions. This is our Cessna 170B that we teach in. We had landed and we're rolling out and had a little bit of a gust of wind, and it started to push us to the right a little bit. And instead of just being relaxed and calm, the student slammed on the full left brake and did what's called a ground loop. Took the wing and then the elevator. Luckily for us, the motor didn't get hit. So I've already got a set of wings coming. They'll be here tomorrow morning from Arizona. And so we'll probably have this thing back and flying in about 2 weeks. So
the plan here is anytime you transport an airplane, obviously got to pull the wings off. So pop both wings off. They've done a lot of the prep work already. We're going to stack the wings on top of the one Ranger, and then we're going to tow the airplane behind the other one with this little basket. It's basically like a luggage rack that goes in the trailer hitch, and it sits at the perfect height to be able to put the tail wheel in and just pull it like a trailer. And we got really freaking lucky today. The lake gods are smiling on this recovery, because never in my entire life, all my years of coming out here, have I ever been able to make it across the sandbar that quick and that smooth. There were a couple spots where it's like, ooh, starting a little smushy, but those tires are all the difference. We would have been stuck with anything else. And these Rangers are just awesome. Cruising out here with podcast playing, AC blasting. It's pretty sweet.
hold it right there?
Yep.
Perfect. Did the tailgate come on?
No matter how many tools you buy, you never have the right one, you know? Like, because you're always at different places, and if you leave your toolbox, then you got just your stragglers. Everyone would roast me, but I think 19 is similar to 3/4. Oh, it worked. I don't think anyone should let me near their aircraft. This is the one exception, because it's going to be rebuilt.
Yeah, we're not asking you to put it back together, we promise.
There's like some scanner, the alarm. Skeeter has been here. Do not fly. Lefty loosey.
So we need, in order to prop the plane up to the right height so the rear rudder doesn't hit the rudder. It's not rudder. That's what I'm looking for. Basically what we're doing is we need a chunk of wood to be able to prop the tail wheel up a little bit, because the tail wheel and the rear part of the plane are so close to the Ranger. The beautiful part about this island is there's wood everywhere. There used to be a railroad trestle called the Loose End Cutoff that came through Ogden, over Promontory Point, and then out towards Nevada. And it was a long, like just timber railway. And then they took it down because they built a dirt causeway, and there's timbers just all over the lake from the old trestle.
Even after I pull one out. A little more, right there. Hold it right there for a second.
Let's grab one of those blocks. Yeah, we're gonna strap that whole thing down.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to turn without worrying about.
Right.
So just go ahead and put that block under there. Why don't we? I'm gonna lift it again. Take those two and run them long ways, and give me just a little slot for the wheel to sit in. I'll just give you a little bit of a crack.
Okay.
I'll leave that one for Bud to rotate. What, do you want it like together or like that?
Like that. And then we'll just strap those blocks together.
Yep. Just like that?
Yeah, let's just shift the whole thing over about 2 inches.
Yep.
There. Let's see. That should be right in the center.
Yeah, that's good. Easy.
Oh, I think this will get us moving.
I think this will get us back.
Yeah. Ain't going nowhere.
That's all I needed, Bud. Yeah. It's not going to go anywhere until it goes somewhere. Now that's loosening.
How much is a set of wings?
New on 17,000 per wing, so 34,000.
Yeah. Brand new?
That's rebuilt. They don't have new one. There's a 1952 Cessna 170B. We just need to get something in there and just tap it out.
We got those dowels.
So now hammer the bottom of that post out. Yeah, watch out, dude.
Did you get it? Yeah. That was literally just braille.
These two bolts come off and the wing comes right out. We're seconds away from it coming off.
Actually, that fuel line needs
Remind me to bring like a little footstool next time to stand on.
Just bring those sheetrockers.
Not that I can hold it, I just can't reach it.
Up the other, there we go.
That rod.
Yep. I love it.
We know this island pretty well.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why I messaged you. You know, I'm like, I know somebody who knows that island better than everybody else.
That was a good call. Go ahead and go straight.
You know, with us having incidents and things like this, having a community that comes out and protects us and helps us, it's one of the big parts of backcountry aviation that a lot of people don't understand. It's a real small, tight-knit community of people who are always willing to help. On Friday, I had a ground loop out here with a student. I put a message out on the board, you know, Big D there, and everybody replied back and really just saved my bacon, making it so that I can get this aircraft. I've got new wings coming for it already. So this is my business. This is how I make my living for my family, teaching people to fly these airplanes and showing them how to have fun in the backcountry. This will get me back and going. This will get food back on the table for the family and growing the flight school and keeping everything moving. So it's a huge help.
Just like that. We're all loaded up. Wings are on top of this Ranger. I'll be pulling the plane back behind that one. Do some last minute tie down job and we will be out of here.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
I don't know if we hit a soft spot. He's got that whole airplane that can add like a little bit of an anchor to him, because we just barely made it through one spot and we weren't pulling anything. So it'll be interesting. It went pretty smooth. I liked how we were able to shoot across, and luckily it wasn't too soft and we didn't get stuck.
There we go. We started at 3:30. It's 7:10 right now, so all things considered, that was a success, because normally island trips, well, we would still be out there for the rest of today, probably most of tomorrow, maybe into the next day. But instead we got it done in 3.5 hours. Not bad.